Welcome in the Belgian forests, my brothers and sisters, where I do my rituals for the dragons. And here I hope I can explain to you a bit more about our beautiful spirituality. What inspired me the most about dragons is not only they are very, very pure, they are very divine, and that they are so close to nature that even I cannot stay away from nature. My entire dragon's altar is also created by everything that nature created. So it's so close to nature. But what inspired me the most about dragons themselves is that they never let themselves be bossed around, that they cannot be held, that they cannot be enslaved. And that is very easy for humans to be enslaved and telling them what they need to do. And that is why it was so inspiring to see that, you know, I was making a little bit of a mistake in the beginning of my path. And that was because I was said that there was a book about dragons, and inside of this book, it was said that you need to command the dragon. You need to command, or your dragon will not come out. And I tried to do that, but nothing happened. The dragon didn't respond to commands. They will never respond to commands. And that is why I sometimes cannot understand that you might say that dragons are lesser than any kind of different kind of a god. In my eyes and how I see it inside of my experiences, there is no one or nothing higher than the dragon gods. It pains me sometimes to say that they are dragon gods, but in fact they are closer to what gods should be, the creator of life and the creator of everything. The creation of everything, the dragon is everywhere where you can see. Inside of the forests, inside of the waters, inside of the rivers, the dragons are everywhere. That is why sometimes people don't seem to understand. They might not understand the dragons. And that is the dragon god, if you can call him a dragon god, that showed me very much that the dragon cannot be controlled. And that is the story of Lucifer, my brothers and sisters, the great dragon himself. Of course, I don't want to sound religious, but his story is very interesting, actually, to say at least. And if I see the behavior of dragons, that is indeed very much what Lucifer is. Lucifer is seen as the ultimate one that didn't obey higher authorities. And his ultimate form was that of the dragon. And the dragon was seen as the most beautiful of the angels as well. And that is also what I can see. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to connect my own path with the stories that is being told. I just see them inside of my own visions and dreams. That is why people don't like it whenever I say something about Lucifer. But in fact, when I see Lucifer's wisdom inside of dreams and visions, and as a beautiful dragon, and the behavior of my own dragon, and the behavior of my own self, then I sometimes caught myself with, you will not say what I need to do. And the story of Quetzalcoatl, for example, the worst that you can do to a dragon is to take away his or her freedom. And that is also what I can feel very much within myself. You can consider me a bit like a rebel. A lot of people that are working with dragons see the dragon much more as a stubborn being. But they are not stubborn. They just don't want to listen to you. And that is where our relationship should be based on. Not that we command each other. The dragon will never command you to do anything because they know that other dragons will respond very, very poorly to that. Whenever you respond to dragon, keep that in mind. How do you want to be treated? How do you do you also want to be commanded? I don't know. I don't think so that you want to be commanded, because you also have the spirit of the dragon, and you might also have difficulties whenever people are saying to you what you need to do. So neither are these spirits. Whenever my first encounter with Lucifer was, I didn't know what to expect. In fact, I was filled with what humans said to me of what Lucifer was. And that is also typically humans, that they immediately will let themselves be guided of what other humans said. But in our dragon's path, experience is everything. So forget what they told you or what you think to know. Forget all of it. Whenever you begin your dragon's path, you have to forget all of it and start all over again so that you will find out your own true self and you will find out who your dragons really are. Your dragons are not stubborn. They just want to be themselves, and you are not their master. You are not the master of dragons because you are basically a dragon spirit yourself. You should know that you cannot command dragons. If I had some visions actually that as a dragon myself inside of this vision, I saw this inside of a dream or vision or very vivid dream actually, that people commanded me, put me inside of a cage, but you cannot do this. And humans have a great problem with non-humans that can be so rebellious. And that is why I distant myself from humans, even though I am a human, but I distant myself all the time because humans cannot handle it. That there is a being that will not obey your words. Of course, horses do that. Horses are blind slaves. And dogs sometimes too. But if a dog bites, then it's immediately bad. Then it's a bad dog. But here in, for example, the forest, you can easily bully the animals. You can easily do it because they are tame animals. And that is what humans love to do. Of course, unless it's a tiger, but still they can kill the tiger, of course. But can they do that with dragons? They would love to sit on the back of the dragons and say that they are the Lord of Dragons. There is no Lord of Dragons. So I just saw a video from someone who is on the dragon's path, who is guided to religion, guided from dragons to some kind of another god. And I think that is crazy. I think, of course, every path is different. I shouldn't interfere, but that is crazy. I'm just honest, to be very honest with you, my brothers and sisters, because that god is not draconic. It's just a god that you need to obey. If you don't obey, or else that. Of course, I don't understand this religion. I don't want to understand this religion because I am always the one that needs to be guided by others. And I will not go inside of religion if I just simply don't care. So if my dragon, my guardian dragon, has led me to Tiamat, and Tiamat is a dragon goddess. So this is where my path is, and this is where it is. It's not going to be inside of a religion. It's not going to be to obey another god that has nothing to do with dragons. No, it's a human god. I always call them humans god. So I will not never mix my path to another and obey another god. I don't even need to obey Tiamat. I don't need to obey the dragon by my side. I just follow them because I respect them. I love them. I love them with all of my heart. So I don't need all of these lore immediately and kneel down before them. I kneel down before the dragon. But it is simply out of respect and out of love and not because they ask it. Dragons respond very poorly to commands, and it means that you don't understand it. It means that you don't understand whoever they are, who the dragon is. And that is very much inside of this path. You just need to understand your own self, your own dragon's path. Dragons cannot ever be caged. And that is very human to think that they can be caged. And of course, I fear for the dragon once they would return. Once the dragon would return inside of this world, in flesh and blood, they will hunt them down. They will try to kill them because they are bigger than them. They are bigger than humans. They can be a potential danger for them because of the hierarchy, might be in danger. The top of the food chain might be changed because the dragon is on top of it. That is a danger for the dragons. And the humans will never allow that to be. And that is where I love to think about about Lucifer and what Lucifer has told me. You are bound to no one. You are free to do whatever you want. Every single dragon has puts their freedom to the highest value. And that is also something that needs to be inside of you. Your your freedom is everything. A dragon's freedom is everything, and they will not obey to commands of another. And they also will not do whatever someone else is doing. Of course, I'm doing this at my job, but that is survival, my brothers and sisters. But that is where it ends. I will not let myself be bossed around by some spiritual guy or something like this. And you shouldn't do this with me. I will not I will not say to you what you need to do. I will never say what you need to do. You just need to feel this from yourself. And don't be afraid if I just say, Lucifer told me this. Well, my brothers and sisters, Lucifer is a great, wise, ancient dragon. I don't mind all of these religious texts about this, but inside of my vision, I saw him a couple of times and he told me pure wisdom, not lies or whatever, not deceiving or whatever. If I would say something is deceiving, then maybe religions do, but inside of this story, no. So you cannot let dragons being bossed around. Dragons are free and they put their freedom to the highest value. So if I can recommend to you something, my brothers and sisters, don't ever command the dragon. The dragon will never command you, so you will not command the dragon. The dragon will come whenever they want, whenever they desire. The only thing that you can do to summon your dragon is to give your energy to them. So to combine your energy and to become the dragon eye. If you hold your hand and give the energy to your dragon and you reach out for your dragon, that is how you should summon the dragon. To help together, to work together, to be together. Not to say, come here, dragon. No, 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 no. You do this out of love and desire for each other. Hold down your hand and use the deepest of your draconic magic to let the dragon be with you. That is how you summon dragons. Never never command dragons. Just help them and work together.